We know that side's 5. What's WZ?
5. 7.
It's got to be 7. Consecutive sides meet. Okay, so what's the perimeter now of this kite?
35.
Whoa. Alyssa, what would I do?
You would add all the sides together and you get 24.
Yeah, 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7. 24 is your answer. We've got a rectangular park. 500 feet by 220. So let's label it. If this is 500, what other side do we know?
The top.
Top is 500 because it's a rectangle. Okay? And the other two sides must be 220 because, again, rectangle, opposite sides are equal. If I want the perimeter, what do I do with all my sides, Sean Kramer? Add them up. 500 plus 500 plus 220 plus 220 is 1,440 units. Okay? Ooh, feet. Feet. What you need to do on an example like this is call the smaller dimension x. Okay? So the smaller dimension for a rectangle, that's going to be x, which means that's x. Okay? It says it's about 1.6 times as long. All right, well, if it's 1.6 times x, then these two sides are 1.6x. I know I'm writing on the words, but 1.6x. Okay, those need to all add up, and you've got 10 meters of border material. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, hey, x plus 1.6x, whoops, forgot my x, plus another 1.6x equals 10. And because it says I have 10 meters of border material. Okay, so x plus 1.6x plus 1.6x add up to 5.2x equals 10.
That'd be something like 2. No, it'd be 1 something.
Divide by 5.2 equals 1.92. Now, that's the length of the sides. We need to multiply that by 1.6 to figure out the length of the flag. So I have 1.6 times 1.92. And I know I'm kind of all over the place here. Where I'm working is right here. 1.6 times 1.92. Again, I'm just doing x times 1.6. And what is 1.6 times 1.92, Annika? 3.072. So we'll say the dimensions of this flag are 1.92 and 3.07. And now I'm all over the whole thing. So the two shorter sides are x, because again, we call the shortest side x. And then 4 times longer would be what?
4x.
4x.
Then x plus 4x plus 4x equals 50. 10x equals 50 divided by 5.
X plus 4x plus 4x is how many x's?
10x.
We've got 10x. And 10x is going to equal the 50 feet that we have. So we divide by 10, and we find that x equals 5. Okay? X equals 5. But we want to know what the dimensions are. So these two shorter sides are going to have a length of what?
10.
5. 5 each. Together they would be 10, but 5 each. And the longer sides are going to have what length? 4 times 5, which would be 20. So your answers here are 5 and 20. Those are your dimensions. Recording now. If we go from 54, 23 to 54, 0, what's the length of this side right here? It's got to be 23. The 54 doesn't change. It goes from 23 to 0, so that must have a length of 23. Okay, and down here, 0, 0 to 54, 0 must have a length of what? 54. Okay, so those are my 6 lengths in this figure. I simply add them up, and that would be my perimeter on the outside. When I add them up, I should get a length of 192 units. I have a regular hexagon, and each side of my hexagon has side length of 4. Perimeter equals the number of sides times the length of each side. A hexagon has how many sides? 6 sides. If each one has a length of 4, what's 6 times 4? 24. So the perimeter of that hexagon is 24 units. Okay. How many sides does a decagon have? 10 sides. If each one is h, what's the overall perimeter? 10h. You've got an overall length of 10 h's. And that's as much as you can do. Next one, perimeter of a regular nonagon with side length of t. Again, p equals n times s. Nonagon, how many sides there, Rambo? 9 sides. What's the length of each side? 7t. Can I multiply 9 times 7t? I can't add 9 and 7t, but I can multiply. I get 63t. Okay, and again, both of them would be technically units. So 63t is your answer there. Okay, so the top one, 22 minus 8 is 14. Right here, 22 doesn't change, but it goes 43 to 28. 43 minus 28 is 15. So room 1 is a 14 by 15 room. Okay, room 2, its length goes from 0 to 45. So it has 45 as its dimension there, and then its length goes 28 to 10. So that's 18. 28 minus 10 is 18. Okay, room 3. Room 3 from here to here is 30. Because it goes from 0 to 30. And then up, it goes from 30, 10 to 30, 0. So that has a length of 10. Okay? So those are my dimensions. 14 times 15, what do we get? 14 times 15 is 210. 45 times 18 is 810. And 30 times 10 is 300. So to find the floor area of the house, we add those three numbers up, 810, 210, and 300, and we get a total area of 1,320 square feet.
So if you multiply all of them, they...
Break the room into rectangles first. I see one right here, I see one right here, and I see one right here. Now I'm going to go through and find the dimensions for the rectangles. I know all the dimensions, I'm going to multiply them out. So now that I have the area of each individual rectangle, what am I going to do with them? Add them up. So your answer is 1,089 units squared.